Hey, Kim.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Kim, my 17-year-old just started their first job, and they told me something interesting last night. Did you know a worker can refuse to do work if they believe it's dangerous?
Of course. Haven't you ever been told that you have the right to refuse?
Well, sure, but I thought that was just part of the forms I needed to sign when I was hired. It was never explained to me. Have you ever tried to refuse work?
I did refuse once, but then found out it wasn't actually dangerous. I just needed more information. My supervisor reminded me of safety measures in place and offered me more training for the next time I had to do that job. For that day, my supervisor stayed right with me while I did the work. They were trained and experienced doing the same job for many years, and they made sure I did it safely.
Did you feel that was fair?
It seemed a bit embarrassing at first, but it was much better to have someone right there with me. When I look back now, it was more than fair. It kept me safe, and they helped me understand all of my rights.
All of your rights? You mean there are more?
Definitely. Every worker in Alberta has workplace health and safety rights. Every worker has the right to be informed, the right to meaningful participation, and of course, the right to refuse. Not only that, when done in good faith, management can't discipline workers for exercising their right to refuse.
What do all of those rights actually mean?
Well, the first means that I have a right to be told of the hazards I could face on our worksite and while I'm working. And I get to know about the health and safety steps my employer has in place to prevent me from being exposed to those hazards. The first time I heard about this was in my health and safety orientation when I was hired. That's part of the reason why we have regular tailgate meetings at the start of our shifts. That's when we share safety topics and talk about any changes we made to our health and safety program or practices. Meaningful participation means that workers like us are asked to participate in health and safety activities, such as updating hazard assessments and safety procedures, even being part of the building inspections and participating in incident investigations. This could even mean representing their team on the Health and Safety Committee. The right to meaningful participation also means that I can ask questions and tell someone about health and safety concerns that I have. That's why I'm asked at every meeting if I have any health or safety concerns. It's also why we have a way to report anything about health and safety, and even why there's an anonymous safety suggestion box. Funny, I used to think that box was only there to place my car keys and cell phone on while I'm filling out my time card at the end of the day.
That makes sense. That's probably why my boss takes every opportunity to discuss health and safety information with us, too.
Later, when I thought about my right to be informed, express concerns, and participate in health and safety, things were clearer. It helped me understand that the work refusal process is meant for when something is missing related to health or safety. I also remember from my training that, should I ever be in such a situation, I have an obligation to ensure my work refusal will not endanger others. Not to get too technical, but it's for situations where an undue hazard is present, something that, in that job, is a serious and immediate threat to someone's health and safety.
Do you think our employer would be upset if someone refused dangerous work?
No, I don't think so. I believe they want us to bring forward all health and safety concerns so that they can take action. If they cannot take the necessary actions, then I'm confident they want me to refuse the dangerous work. I know Alberta laws protect me from disciplinary actions for fulfilling a legal duty or exercising one of my rights. I can call Alberta OHS if I am ever unjustly disciplined for refusing dangerous work that I truly believed was an undue hazard. I can also call Alberta OHS if my employer and I disagree about an undue hazard in the workplace. Now that I think about it, an OHS officer can refuse to accept claims when the worker is bound by a collective agreement. And Chris, since you're part of our union, you would be expected to exhaust the union's grievance process prior to contacting OHS.
So what you're saying is, I need to know about my workplace hazards and apply our safety program. I should participate in health and safety activities, especially in my work area. I have a voice to speak up if needed, and if an undue hazard still remains. I can refuse the work, and my employer cannot discipline me for doing so.
Exactly. I'm happy to hear your 17-year-old was told about their workplace health and safety rights. Things sure have changed since my parents were in the workforce.
They sure have, even since I started in the workforce. Thanks, Kim.
Anytime, Chris. See you soon!